Hello there, how are you today? My name is Dana Damara, and you have landed on Astrocast. This is a special forecast for this week, basically because we have two transits that are really important to note, and they were not fully included in the weekly forecast because they need a little bit of special attention. So first one is that Uranus has been in retrograde for quite some time, and Uranus goes direct today, January 18th. And that's kind of a big deal. We've been working with this energy of Uranus, of liberation, of freedom, higher mind thinking. You know, this planet, this big planet has been in retrograde, and now today it will go direct. And then the other thing that's really important to note is the North and the South node moves into a new sign today. So the North and the South node are really important. I'm going to actually share my screen and show this to you. Again, put on my glasses. So you'll see a lot of red lines. Don't pay that any mind. You'll see the North node here, and you'll notice that you don't see the South node, but it's always directly across from the North node. And the North and the South node move opposite planets. So they move backwards, so to speak, okay? I'll just put it simply. So the North node today shifted from Gemini Sagittarius axis to Gemini Scorpio axis. And it's important to note when the North node shifts because, and I'll try to keep this as simple as possible because there's so many ways to look at this information. But basically the South node deals with it's also called the descending node. It deals with our past lives, our past karma, the things that we've been working on in this life or another life. And the North node, or the ascending node, the true node as it's called here, is connected to our future karma, opportunities that can come up for us, and really ways that we can begin to work with the energy that's coming up. Now, the North node and the South node, again, they always move together, right? So North node moving into another sign, into another zodiac sign, shifts the karmic energy that we are working with. And the North and the South node will stay in a sign roughly around 18 months. So just for a moment in time, play with me here. 18 months, where are we at right now? Okay, just play with me here for a moment, right? So like May, June of 2020. So in a broad stroke perspective, if you just think about the biggest lessons that you were working with over the last 18 months, you will see that some of this has to do with, in fact, all of it has to do with individually and collective karmic activity within a certain energy. Now, as we move into the Gemini and the Taurus, I think I said Gemini by mistake earlier, Taurus Scorpio axis, as we move into that Taurus Scorpio axis, and you can see it right here. Here's Taurus, and here is Scorpio, okay? As we move on to that axis, we're dealing with new lessons of things that they're new lessons. So the past is done. The lessons that you were working on from 2020 to now have, not that they're not going to show up, but they've got little bows tied and like, okay, what did you learn, right? When we move into Taurus and Scorpio, oh gosh, we're talking so much more about, Taurus qualities, which is home, health, hearth, sensuality, a sense of feeling comfortable, a sense of what's beautiful in our life, what we value. And Scorpio is the unseen and the depths of who we are, and really recognizing those pieces of ourselves that maybe we've been hiding, okay? Now, healthy Taurus energy looks a lot like appreciating our life, accepting things that come our way, regardless of how they show up, and understanding that it's all part of our destiny, right? Like, okay, this is just the way it looks, and this is what my deepest expression of my life's karmic path is. and I accept this beauty, grace, love lessons willingly. Unhealthy Taurus is like, I have to keep working in order to prove myself, sort of thing, or this can't possibly be mine. This isn't true, right, and real. This isn't what I thought it was going to be. Okay. So when we fight that energy of what we're worth or what our life looks like, instead of appreciating it, we're in unhealthy Taurus energy. Now, healthy Scorpio energy, excuse me, applies, an intuitive, deep look intimate look at situations in life. Healthy Scorpio applies precautions, proceed with caution, is quiet, is the observer, kind of sits in those dark moments and really assesses like what's important to share and what isn't. Unhealthy Scorpio is like, oh my gosh, super anxious, very controlling, very almost like is it sinister, or just cynical is the word I'm looking for. So cynical. So just be mindful that these new energies that are coming in for us are lessons that we need to learn. Now, when the North Node moved into Taurus, and again, I think I said Gemini at the beginning, many apologies, it's just sitting right there. When Gemini moves into Taurus, the cool thing is that Uranus actually stations direct. And when Uranus stations direct, that shifts everything. SHIFTS, shifts everything. Couple things to be aware of. Okay, so Taurus energy is going to be just mind blown, totally awakened. This Taurus energy is going to be a huge focus of not only 2022, but also the North Node shifting. We can be free from the past completely. We can say to ourselves, my gosh, I've learned this, and this, and now I'm able to move forward. And the other thing that I want to point out is that, first of all, Taurus and Scorpio are fixed signs. Okay, so we're moving, and Gemini and Sagittarius are mutable signs, and so we're moving from this energy of instability and not knowing and a little confusion and air into this earth energy, this very stable. In fact, if you look right here, you'll see all this earth energy. Look at all of that energy in earth, right? So everything is moving toward comfort, joy, abundance, right? But Scorpio is going to go, dude, we need to look at the truth and like what is subterranean underneath the namastes of your life, right? Because we can all namaste, only good vibes. But if you don't address the things that are underneath the surface, then Scorpio's like, no, dude, no, truth only, right? And don't forget, we've got Pluto right here sitting with Venus and the Sun in Capricorn. So Pluto's also like, no bullshit. So just a couple things, because I don't want to make this video too long. I mentioned in the weekly forecast, and I also mentioned in, I think, the full moon, we're really in an energy of purging right now. Like we are so much in the energy of purging. I'm actually share for a moment. Pluto is all about empowerment, and empowerment means empowering ourselves to move toward a sense of sovereignty, right? It doesn't mean power over, power above. It means being empowered, internal power, right? So when we talk about being empowered, we want to be able to be completely free from our past. Not like we've shoved it under a rug, but we've done the work to be able to sit in a place where we truly feel complete. And in that sense of completeness, we can then truly let go. We can go, okay, like I've done everything I can. I like Maya Angelou says, I know better, now I'm going to do better. And another quote, and that's a really good quote for this year, for life, actually. Another really good honoring of self is to say, I believe that my future is being created by my current moment and not by my past. Because it's true. Our future isn't created by what happened in the past unless we drag it with us, which we do as humans. So my invitation to you is to start to learn how to let that go and give great thanks for the lessons learned and move on. I mean, truly, this North and South Node movement is a big deal. This is about empowering the certain areas of your life that have to do with financial flow, intimate relationships, and your career, and really just being in a place of complete understanding of who you are and what you're capable of. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. So again, just to be really clear, we've got this Uranus moving direct. Uranus is about liberation, freedom, higher mind. So all of the overthinking that maybe we've experienced, it's all going to come to not a screeching halt, but like oh, that's the thing. Like these little ahas may come and drop directly into your lap. Just receive them. And I should mention that this energy is also directly after, not even 24 hours after the full moon. Now that's a sinister laugh, isn't it? So this is really about us coming from a place of stability, of growth, of grounding into like what we've learned and what we've done with these last 18 months, and accepting, like just accepting, like, shit, it's been a rough go. This is what it is. So I'm going to move forward with grace and gratitude and be completely empowered from the past, right? And those of you who don't know me, many apologies if you're put off by my little bits of cussing. It will come up every now and again. It just means I feel passionate about what I'm talking about. Uranus is going to be in Taurus for a while, and I did write these dates down. And I want you to think about two dates that are coming up. One is July 31st, and July 31st is when the North Node will cross paths with Uranus, okay? And this will create a little bit of instability. It'll create some major awakening moments, potentially breakthroughs for your inspiration. Here's my invitation, and I invite you to do this all the time, not just today or up until July 31st, but understand that when you apply tools in your life, and utilize tools in your life, like meditation, breath work, prayer, healing, connection, nature, when you pull away from this screen and scroll and looking outward, when you really go inward, you will create that deep connection to the divine. And that's really what will support us in life, but also during this time. And then August 1st, Mars will join Uranus and the North Node. Not funny. Mars is the initiator. Mars is the warrior. Mars is going to be like, let's go. Let's just go, right? So it's a beautiful opportunity to clear the clutter of your heart, of your closet, of your mind, of your relationships, of the past, and really be okay with the way your life turned out. I don't know, sometimes we tend to, maybe I'm only speaking for myself, but I don't think so. Sometimes we tend to, when we look at the past, gosh, well, if I would have done this, or this, maybe things would be different. And that is such a waste of time. Like, you didn't do those things. You did this other thing. You thought this other way. Now you're here. What are the lessons that you learned? In fact, some little bit of homework for all of us, for you, for me, for everybody. 5 top lessons from 2020. 5 top lessons from 2020 and 2021. 5 top lessons, right? What did you learn? How did you grow? Okay, now move forward. Because now we're moving into comfort, stability, home, hearth, sensuality. What do you really want? What really brings you joy? What's your relationship with your family, origin, soul family? What's your relationship to God? What's your relationship to source? Like, allow yourself these avenues of complete connection, because when those nodes shift, all right. I just want to say that with this new energy, allow yourself time, space, prayer, meditation, and a little dose of trust and intuition. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being aware that there's something bigger than us on this journey. And if you want your chart read, because it really is nice to see where these kinds of things hit your chart, I would say reach out to me, danatamara.com, and just listen to these forecasts, because these forecasts give you a general overview, and whether or not you know where this lands in your chart, it's okay. Like, you can work with this energy, and that is the key to our existence, right? It's just working with the energy. So thank you so much. I hope you have a beautiful day. We'll talk soon. Ta-ta for now. Mwah.